I, 25F, am pregnant with the baby due in a couple of days. My husband, 25M, promised that he would be the one to drive me to the hospital, and that he will be glued to the phone until birth. He works only 10 minutes from our home, and his boss agreed to let him go when the birth happens. The problem is my mother-in-law. My husband and her have an unhealthily, strong bond, and she is overly involved in our relationship, which has caused many issues in the past. She requires his attention every day. She has suggested moving in with us ever since I became pregnant. She also has emergencies whenever we have anniversaries, important occasions, like my birthday, etc. As the date is approaching, I became increasingly worried that his mother will have an emergency during birth and I will have trouble getting to the hospital, or will be forced to be alone during. I voiced my concerns and it caused fights between me and them. I even suggested asking my BSF to drive me and keep me company, as I'm scared of giving birth, but it was shot down with, "How can't you trust your own husband?" So, I'm not proud of it, but I faked giving birth yesterday. I called my hubby at work, told him it started. He said he will be right there. After half an hour, I called him to ask where he was and he didn't answer. After almost an hour he called me to say he is at the hospital with his mom because, guess what, she is having a medical emergency. Apparently he called her to tell her I am giving birth, and she got a heart attack from excitement. He said he will have to miss my birth, and actually asked me to call my friend to drive me and stay with me. I admit, I was very angry and heartbroken, so I told him I wasn't actually giving birth, and that it was a test that showed me how he would actually behave versus what he said he would do, and that it too proved he would always care for his mother more than for his own wife, who's carrying his child. He was very angry and even blamed me for his mother's heart attack in that moment. His mom, of course, didn't have a heart attack, but a false alarm. I felt very justified, but now that we talked I feel guilty. He said he feels manipulated and gaslighted. That just because his mother lied about the emergency doesn't mean I should lie to him. He said that marriage is built on trust, so I have to trust him instead of lying to him to prove a point. He even said that he didn't choose his mother over me, but chose a bigger emergency, and that he knew I could handle getting to the hospital, but his mother needed him more and that a heart attack is more serious. I pointed out she lied, but he said he couldn't have known that, and that I was just as bad for lying. I feel like I'm going crazy. Aita.